Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to Joe's Retro World. Today, we're going to take a look at a game that made me cry, y'all. I've never cried with a game. I've cried on movies, cried at the birth of my child, death of a family member. But I never thought that I would be playing a video game where I get to the end and see the credits and start crying. And that game was God of War Ragnarok, y'all. And I know this is not a retro game, this is a new game. I'm playing it on my PS5. But it is such a beautiful, beautiful game that I never thought in a lifetime that I would get to play a game of this type. I love all type of games, but my favorite are always action, beat 'em up, shooters. There are a few RPGs that I play, but other than that, I've never really gotten into any one of the God of War type of games. And this was my first. And the only reason I started playing God of War Ragnarok was because it came digitally with my PS5. And I said, well, if it's going to be there, let me go ahead and use it and not waste it because I basically paid for it, by buying the system. Yeah, it was a perk, and it was a really great perk, and I appreciate that I have it. I wish that I can get the physical copy, and I probably do that in the future because, digital is great, but if it was eventually ever to go away to where I can't have the digital copy, having the physical copy will be awesome, because I have God of War Part 4 for the PS4 that I went back and started playing just because of this game. Just because God of War Ragnarok was so good. And I had such an emotional connection with it because I'm a father. I'm 45 years old. I was 17 when I found out I was going to be a dad. I'm like, oh, shoot. But it was the most beautiful thing in the world. I was there at my son's birth when he was pulled out of his mother during C-section, and I was like basically the first person he ever seen. He was like, hey, and they were taking him over to his mama, and she gave him a kiss, and it was cool, man. So my baby's 25 now, and when he moved out of the house, I was very emotional, and I never thought I would be crying, when my son left the house. So when I was playing God of War Ragnarok, the connection that Kratos has with Atreus was awesome. Awesome, Atreus. Sorry. It was a true bond that a father and son have. So I related to it completely, and it really hit me. If you never played it, this is a spoiler because at the end, Atreus leaves to go help the other giants. And he tells his father, in the way his father had always told him that, don't worry, Dad, do better. You will be better and all that. I can't remember the quote. I apologize for that. But at that moment, that's when he gave him a hug and told his son, okay, I love you. Goodbye, and it was just beautiful, y'all. And I didn't actually start crying until I knew the game was over to where the credits were rolling. And I've been in so many games. So many games. Super Mario Brothers, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Contra, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3. And all those games were awesome. I jumped up and down. It was like, yeah, I beat the game. It was cool. But to literally sit there and start bawling and just be like, man, and to make me want to play the game all over again. I haven't even completed the Valhalla, edition. I'm still finishing the remnants of, what was it, Asgard, that were left, the remnants, from this dude dying right here, Odin dying. But yeah. If you've never played any of these games, I suggest you play God of War Ragnarok. It was easier because now I'm going back and playing God of War Part 4. This one right here, if you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going back and playing this one, and it is really hard. They said it was way harder than the Ragnarok, and I understand. I did Ragnarok on normal, beat it. This is not my game footage. This is from game clips. I don't own that. They own it. But yeah, I'm stuck on a boss now with this one, and it looks like I'm gonna have to be there a little bit. But hey, it's all good. The game is beautiful. Now I'm playing it on my PS5. I was playing it on my PS4 to preserve it, but I like the way it upscales and looks on this new monitor I got over here. This LG Ultra Gear monitor. It's a 32 inch. It's just a beautiful monitor, y'all. It was worth the money. But yeah, I don't know if you ever cried. So if you have, let me know, man, because I know one other person because was crying, and that was my son's best friend that he be playing with online. We get together and every so often play Rainbow Six Siege on PlayStation 5. So he said he cried too. He had the same emotional connection as a father to the son. So yeah, if you have it, let me know. If not, well, at least try the game. Try the game out. You never know, man. You might even enjoy it just for other factors because it's just an awesome game. But yeah, this was me. So y'all, appreciate your time. Until next time, peace and much love from Joe's Retro World.